Durango, Colorado is the largest city in La Plata County. It has thousands of enthusiastic citizens and visitors, making it a top destination for outdoor recreation. Its beautiful downtown area is full of culturally diverse restaurants and the expression of the arts through its annual festivals throughout the year. The town's culture is complemented by the historic railroad that still runs through town today. The most noteworthy part of Durango is not limited to the culture or the restaurants, but its rich recreational atmosphere that has been fully embraced by the community.
The City of Durango's open space program really started up in the mid-90s, and it was with Overend Mountain Park and Trails 2000 really working with the city to acquire those first parcels. Since then, the city's acquired 3,000 acres of open space, of which most of it has trail systems on it.
Durango has over 300 miles of trails within 30 minutes of downtown, and that means you can go up to a trailhead, have a great experience, or continue on that trail for a long hike or a long ride.
The users of our trail system, we've surveyed them in the past, and what I think we find is there's a lot of crossover between hikers and runners and dog walkers and mountain bikers and even equestrians. And we have a multi-use approach to things, so we're not really segregating trails by types of use.
So the trail system is all contiguous with these different parcels of land, be it private, state, City of Durango, or Bureau of Land Management. The Bureau has a lot more of a challenge with managing the lands because we have to live up to certain environmental policies. And so we have to manage for wildlife, we have to manage for sustainability, and we have to simultaneously manage for multiple use and sustained yield. And all this needs to be contiguous into perpetuity.
Well, there's a lot of stakeholders when it comes to our trail system here in Durango. You know, we can look at Trails 2000, which is our local nonprofit that's been in play for about 25 years. They have been working really hard to be advocates and trail builders and trail maintainers. They work with the city and the BLM and the Forest Service on many levels to get the trail system established.
Within any given trail, you could be crossing private easements, city open space, county land, BLM, Forest Service, Parks and Wildlife, and so we are in a situation where we have to have a partnership and work with all of these agencies so we can create this connectivity of trails.
It is incumbent upon all of us to be part of this process and part of the trail system. By building those trails sustainably and the right way the first time, that product is going to be a lot easier to maintain, be sustainable, and provide protection for all the resources that are competing out there.
A lot of the trail users appreciate that we have varying degrees of skill levels here on our trail network. There's all different types of trails in Durango, and they're based on the soil and the topography and the use. Most of our trails are built in what is a stacked looped network, and so those trails that are closest to the trailhead will be easier in grade and distance, and then as you go further out, they'll be more technical. We also have purpose-built trails in Durango. We have specific flow trails. We're working on a bike park, and we also have some technical style trails, and we have found the locations to build and construct those trails in ways that they're completely sustainable, and we don't have user conflicts on those types of trails because how we have planned the network.
All of us recreationally use these trail systems for different reasons, and so I think it's important to realize that by having multiple access points, we do provide different experiences while decreasing impacts to a centralized area.
The maintenance of the trail system is by and large completed by Trails 2000. However, Trails 2000 works very closely to organize and get the budgets and those types of things squared away with the city before they work on city property. But it's Trails 2000, the volunteers of Trails 2000, and the residents of the community that are really out there swinging the pickaxes and the plaskies and pulling the shovels to make the trails work.
Each season, Trails 2000 organizes about 45 workday sessions, and that could be trail building, it could be trail cleanup, it could be trail maintenance. So if you look at that from a cost-benefit perspective, that's a crew that the city doesn't have to hire, that saves them hundreds of thousands of dollars. The local BLM here doesn't have a trail crew. We pick that up for them, so that again saves them hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we partner, we provide best practices in terms of following IMBA trail standards or Forest Service trail standards, whatever the land manager standards are for that trail, we adhere to that. And the volunteers just have this great buy-in. And what you're really doing by having volunteers work on the trails, you're creating stewards of the land. When people have an opportunity to access the land, they care about the land. And having stewards for now and into the future is the future of public lands.
The city and its partners have had a lot of different approaches to developing new trail systems. The advocacy is key to moving it forward, and really the vision. So if we have a new development coming online and for open space, we bring in our advocates and the folks who know about trail building, and we work together with the property owners or the public land agency to define the system, study it, make sure it's the way it should be, and then we get out there and build it.
What we've really seen over time is we have developed relationships with the land managers and with the community, and we try and listen to what people are asking for us to do, and we deliver on what we say we're going to do. We don't bring forward trail plans or proposals that we don't feel can be completed. We also think that that relationship and building that trust is the way to go. You know, we all need to work together in order to work as a community and improve our community, and we're just taking a little piece of what is being in community and trying to be effective.
The city sees occasional conflict issues, and we hear about it. By and large, though, it's only occasionally that we hear it. Generally speaking, though, if you're out in the trail system, you'll see it. People are very cordial with one another and respectful of each other, and that's what makes it all work.
Yeah, no worries.
We have very little user conflict here because people appreciate however people are getting out for their health, for their well-being, and enjoying the outdoors. It's just great they're getting out.
You know, the benefit of the trail system here in Durango, there's a myriad of answers there, but really health and welfare of the residents. We get to walk out our back door, whether it's while you're at home or at work, and you can take a half an hour or an hour and get away from your busy schedule and enjoy yourself, get some exercise. So I think really our health benefits from the trail system are immense.
You know, in Durango we have a wide gamut of how people get outside, and whether it's to get in shape, whether it's a lunch ride just to release some stress, whether it's kids learning how to ride their bike, take their dog for a walk, go on a hike. We have the whole gamut of people who explore the outdoors and are on the trails in order to improve their health and well-being. And you can see it in our community because people encourage everyone else to get on the trail so they can have that same enjoyment.
Durango is remarkable for its inclusive and forward-thinking approach to outdoor recreation. With the help of advocacy groups and countless volunteers, they have bridged the gap between trail users and trail designers. Conflicts between users have been all but eliminated by collaborating on the design of the trail systems to suit everyone's needs. Durango sets an unparalleled example of what great things can come when land managers, city leaders, and active citizens come together to make something that everybody can enjoy together.